If you scroll through any dating apps lately as a man, you've probably noticed disproportionately more single mothers on the app, especially if you set the age preference to above 30. So much so that these women are calling themselves and their children a package deal in their bio.
I'm not even going to waste my time watching this garbage because I already know what it is. Another tired, misogynistic rant by an insecure teenager trapped in a middle-aged woman's body. But I do want all single mothers to hear this loud and clear. Only you know your story, your struggles, and your worth. There is nothing wrong with a man choosing not to date single mothers. That is his preference. But what is wrong is the childish stereotyping, discrimination, bullying, and in many cases, outright victim shaming. It is entirely possible to have a personal preference without resorting to degrading others. Women become single mothers for countless reasons. Sure, a small percentage may be irresponsible, but the vast majority are not. Some were widowed. Some left relationships after their partners became abusive. Some were forced into single motherhood through sexual assault, including non-consensual insemination, a fact conveniently ignored by these so-called moral critics. Consent to sex does not mean consent to pregnancy through deception or coercion. And then there are those who became single mothers by choice, which is also valid. But Olivia Alexa, having never experienced any of these situations herself, has no frame of reference to understand them. It's unfortunate to see her belittle survivors of abuse, trauma, and hardship, women who have endured things that would likely shatter her into a million pieces. What's even more telling? These critics never hold the men equally responsible. They don't confront the abusive or absentee fathers who create single mother households to begin with. Instead, they praise and make excuses for them while piling all the blame onto the women left picking up the pieces. They know they are wrong, which is why they would never have the courage to say these things to a single mother's face. So go ahead, Olivia. Keep spreading this nonsense if it somehow makes you feel better about yourself and your life. But when karma inevitably knocks on your door, whether through a woman in your own family or even you one day facing single motherhood, don't say we didn't warn you. To all the single mothers out there who have faced stigma, ridicule, and judgment for simply choosing to do the right thing, you are incredibly strong and you deserve to be celebrated. Despite the challenges, despite the pain, and despite the cruelty of both the men who abandoned or abused you and the people like Olivia Alexa who sit on their high horses and cast stones, you stood your ground. You had the courage to keep going, to love your children unconditionally, and to build a life for them even when the odds were stacked against you. That takes a level of integrity, resilience, and heart that your critics will never have. Choosing to give your child life despite the hardships you've endured is a testament to your strength and love. It is not a weakness. It is not something to be ashamed of. And let's be honest, if your worst crime is having too much love in your heart, then that's a crime worth committing. Never let bitter, small-minded people make you feel unworthy of love. A man who truly loves you will accept your children as part of you, without hesitation, without resentment, and without making you feel like you have to apologize for your past. The kind of man who would judge you or try to shame you for being a single mother is the kind of man you wouldn't want anywhere near you or your children anyway. You are more than enough. You are worthy of love, respect, and happiness. And no amount of online vitriol, insecure incel rants, or pick-me nonsense will ever change that. Hold your head high, Queen. You've already proven yourself stronger than all of them combined.